Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy 2021. It is going to be a bang of a year. So guys, Tony and Aiza, executive 20K, we're just going to have the privilege of introducing, I always call him my superstar. So guys, let's welcome up our special guest for this morning's slot, executive 30K, Dr. Virginia Chipete.
Thank you so much, my sponsee. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm just going to quickly share my slides so that we can get the ball rolling. Give me a second. Away slideshow. Yes, good morning once again, guys. I'm so happy and excited to be doing this training for you guys. Really pumped up about it. We are kickstarting 2021, guys. We are kickstarting the year, and it's truly an honor and a privilege for me to be kickstarting the year for you. I have a lot of slides to get through. I have 1 hour with you guys, and I hope I'll be able to get through everything on that 1 hour. So let me just quickly do something here. Okay, so I'm gonna be sharing my story with you, and of course my story has a lot of lessons as well. So I'm gonna be sharing my story, and then at the end I have a couple of slides that I've prepared for you to make sure that you kickstart this year on a high note, to make sure that you make 2021 the best year ever. So I believe that everyone on this call is excited about this year. I believe that you guys have some goals that you have set, and you are ready to make this year the best year ever. And for that to happen, guys, 2 things are important, okay? 2 things are important. The first thing is personal development. The second thing is personal production. So my whole training is going to be centered around those 2 things, because I know that if you can get them right, I know that if you can get your personal development right and you get your personal production right, you are going to seriously smash this year. So my story quickly, I'm Virginia Chipete, well known as Dr. V. I'm 32 years old. I'm a medical doctor by profession, currently running my own practice here in Gaborone. I'm actually doing this training from my clinic right now. I had problems with my Wi-Fi this morning at home, so I had to quickly rush here and do the training from the clinic. So I've been alive for 11 years now, guys. On the 25th of January, I'm going to be celebrating 11 years with this amazing company, which is just incredible. So 11 years ago, I was a second-year medical student at University of Pretoria. I was sponsored by the government of Botswana. So they were paying for my living allowance, they were paying for my tuition, they were paying for my accommodation, and the living allowance that they were giving me wasn't enough. So I found myself in that desperate space where I was looking for something to do to make a bit of extra cash for myself. So just to give you a little bit of background about where I come from. I come from a really rough background, a tough background, a background of poverty, and a background of abuse. So life was really tough growing up. My mom was a street vendor. That's how she was able to put food on the table for us. And on a good day, she would make something like 50 pula or 100 pula, which wasn't enough. So you can imagine if my mom is making 100 pula and I'm in Pretoria and I'm looking for extra cash, I couldn't ask for money from home, you know? So that's how we grew up. Life was really tough. But one thing that I learned from a very young age was to fend for myself, okay? I grew up helping her at her tuck shop. After school, I would go and help her. And when I was waiting for my Form 5 results, I decided to also open my own little tuck shop by the side of the road and make extra cash for myself. So that's sort of like my background in a nutshell, just to give you a bit of understanding of where I come from and why, when I was a second-year medical student, I was desperately looking for something to do to make a bit of extra cash for myself, okay? So let me move my slides. Like I've already said, my mom was a street vendor, and when I was waiting for my Form 5 results, I became a street vendor as well. And you know what, looking back right now, like I'm thinking about everything that happened. I remember at some point I ran away from home. I have attempted suicide before, twice actually. I have been seen by psychologists, psychiatrists, trying to get my life together. So it was really a rough upbringing. But when I think about everything right now, I remember what Steve Jobs said, okay? He said, you can only connect the dots going backwards. So right now, I think about my past, not with sadness, okay? I used to cry a lot when I talked about it, when I shared the story. But right now, I'm filled with so much gratitude because I realized that I had to go through what I went through to be the person that I am today, to be the inspirational person that I am today, to be the strong woman that I am today, to be the resilient and persistent businesswoman that I am today. Everything that I am right now is something that I've become because of what I went through. So right now, I look back with so much gratitude. I'm thankful for everything that I learned from my mom, you know, watching her going to the side of the road every single day, and she comes back with nothing. And the following day, she will wake up with the same attitude, with the same smile, and she would still go back and do it all over again. So seeing that and learning from that is what has made me who I am right now. So I'm the most patient person you will ever meet. I will work hard every single day until I hit Chairman's Club, because that's where I'm going, Chairman's Club and beyond. You know, I will do it all over again every single day. I will wake up and do what needs to be done until I get the results that I want. And it's something that I've learned from my mom. So when I look back, my heart fills up with so much gratitude because of what I've learned from everything that happened. Okay. So guys, one thing that I'm going to tell you, we are all excited. We are all pumped up. We want to make 2021 the best year ever. But I can tell you right now that it's not going to be easy. Okay. And people are going to talk. People will always talk. There will always be negative people out there. What you need to do is you need to know what you want. You need to be cemented in your belief about Herbalife. You need to know that this is the vehicle that is going to give you the life of your dreams. You need to know that it has to be cemented in you, and you need to focus, and you need to do the work day in and day out and block out all the negativity, block out people's negative opinions and all of that, okay? There's one story that I like sharing. One day when I was at my tuck shop, you know, it was like a low table by the side of the road, and I had like sweets and all the other things that I was selling. And I grew up reading a lot. Obviously, if you don't have TV and, you know, you are growing up in this space where there is so much negativity, for me, reading was my escape, okay? So I grew up reading a lot. So someday, and some of you know the story, someday I'm at my tuck shop, busy selling, and some guy comes and he finds a book on my table. And he asked me, whose book is this? And I said, it's my book. And he said, oh, so you can read. You know, just because I was by the side of the road and I was probably looking all dusty, I don't know how I looked, this guy immediately had an opinion about me. He immediately thought I was nothing. He immediately thought I was just some poor girl selling sweets and airtime and I couldn't even read. But guess what? It was the day that our results came out and I was one of the top students in the country and our names were published in a newspaper. As you can see the clip there, you can, I believe you can see my name there. So, you know what, people will always talk. There will be so many opinions out there, negative opinions. Block all of it out. Herbalife is the vehicle that will turn all your goals and dreams into reality. And I know this for a fact because it has happened to me. Okay, so this is super, super important. It's important when the year starts to have these kind of philosophies and principles set so that, you know, you can hit the ground running and you can make this your best year ever. Okay. So, at the age of 14, I came across personal development. With everything that happened to me, guys, I'm really, really grateful that I came across personal development at such a young age, because it helped me to get through everything, okay? And I'm not gonna lie and say I knew what I was doing. I didn't know that I was doing personal development because I was reading a lot, you know, reading one novel after the other. In school, I was the library monitress. You know, I was always at the library. I was reading a lot. And fortunately, I stumbled across Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I didn't even know that that was the beginning of personal development for me. You can imagine reading Think and Grow Rich at the age of 14. It completely changed my life. So I had already started my personal development journey without even knowing. So after Think and Grow Rich, I attracted How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And that really started my personal development journey. And it's been years and years of working on myself every single day. So the philosophy that I had back then was that, you know what, life is not great at home. You know, we are poor, there's abuse, there's domestic violence. Sometimes we don't, you know, my mom and I and my brothers don't spend the night at home because there's so much chaos. There was a lot of drama going on. And for me, my mentality at that point was that, you know what, I am going to work hard in school. I'm going to make sure that I get great results, I get good grades, and find a good paying job. So that's what kept me going. You know, so with everything that was going on, I had that vision that I had in my mind that, you know what, I don't care what is going on right now. I know where I'm going. I know that education is going to take me there. That's the mentality that I had back then, because I didn't really know about you know, other streams of income. I didn't really know much about business apart from seeing my mom at her tuck shop. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because once you have that vision, once you have that strong why, no matter what happens, you will be unstoppable. You will work hard day in and day out because you know where you are going, and you are going to keep working until you get there. Nothing is going to stop you. So I worked hard, you know, to be able to take my family out of poverty. That was what was driving me back then. And personal development kept me going, okay? Remember what I said when I started this call. I said, I'm going to be talking a lot about two things, personal development and personal production. Those are the two things together. You need them together to be able to make 2021 the best year for you. So personal development kept me going. And, you know, over the years, I've come across all kinds of challenges, but I always emerge victorious because I work hard on myself every single day. So I'm going to ask you this morning, when you come across challenges, what do? You know, do you throw in the towel? Do you throw yourself one pity party after the other? And, you know, do you just drown in your own pain, in your own challenges? Or do you get up and keep going and keep going and keep going until you achieve the results that you want? In 2021, if you want this to be the best year for you, you cannot manage to throw one pity party after the other. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be in bed with a tub of ice cream and feel sorry for yourself. It's okay. You can do that for like 3 hours, 4 hours. And then from there, you get up and you go out there and you do the work, okay? That's what I do. If you want the kind of success that I have, if you want to achieve crazy things, you're going to have to be able to do that. You're going to have to be able to only get lessons out of your challenges and keep pushing forward every single day until you get the results that you want, okay? I hope you guys are learning. I'm having so much fun sharing my story with you guys. I hope you are learning. If you're learning, drop on the comments. Let me know you are learning. I can't really see your comments right now, but I'll check them out a bit later. So far, I've told you my story from when I was young until I was a street vendor, waiting for my Form 5 results. And I told you that our Form 5 results came out. I was one of the top students in the country, and that meant I could study anything I wanted to study, okay? So I decided to become a doctor. I had always wanted to become a doctor, but at that point, we didn't have medical school in Botswana. So I went to University of Botswana to do my pre-medical program, 3 semesters of pre-medical program. And when I got there, guys, you can imagine one of the top students in the country, the cream of the crop, and I was there selling airtime to make a bit of extra cash for myself. And people were calling me all kinds of names. They were saying all kinds of things behind my back. And I didn't care because I was making enough profit for myself. I was able to buy myself that hot dog for supper, like everyone else who was getting money from home, who was getting allowance from home. I was able to take care of myself. So that's what I did. I sold airtime. And then after 3 semesters, I was in the top 36 and I was transferred to Pretoria to continue my studies and to pursue my MBCHB there. When I got to Pretoria, you can imagine it's my first time out of Botswana. I'm in a foreign country. I'm a foreigner. I'm a student there. And I was like, oh my goodness, I still need to do something to make extra cash for myself. And what did I know best? Selling airtime. So I continued selling airtime in Pretoria. But now the problem was that the profit that I was making in Pretoria wasn't enough, okay? And that's when I came to that point where I was like, you know what? I need to find something else. That was in my second year. I decided that I need to find something else. What else can I do to make a bit of extra cash for myself? So I started looking for opportunities. I started Googling, I started looking around, and thank goodness I came across a website that talked about financial freedom, that talked about, making money in the health and wellness industry. And I was like, wow, this sounds really exciting. And I left my details on that website. And a few minutes later, some guy calls me, and this guy was like the most excited person. He was super excited. And he's like, hey, Virginia, you left your details on my website. There's a meeting coming up and blah, 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 blah. I can't even remember everything else that he said because he was like super excited and he was talking fast. But what I remember is that he invited me to a meeting. By the way, that excited guy is now my amazing sponsor, Executive President Team 20K, Tony Pinero. Thank you so much for that call. So he called me and he invited me to my first Herbalife meeting. I got there and I was blown away, okay? I was like, what on earth is this? Because everyone was happy, everyone was smiling. You can imagine it was in January, guys, because my anniversary is on the 25th of January. I was at that meeting in Jan where everyone is broke, everyone is sad, everyone is like, it's just chaotic out there. But in the Herbalife world, when I walked into that meeting, everyone was happy, people were excited. And I was sitting at the back of the room and I had no idea what was going on. People were wearing like buttons and all kinds of things. And they were sharing stories of how they have lost weight, how energy is over the roof. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm honestly not interested. I don't know what this is, and I am not interested. I just want to make a bit of extra cash for myself. What is this? But thank goodness I didn't leave. I was at the back of the room just chilling there. And from there, people started sharing their income testimonials. And that's when my eyes really opened up. That's when I really listened. Someone saying, I only have matric, but last month the company paid me this much. So I got out of that meeting super excited. I went back to my sponsor and I got started. And like they say, the rest is now history. So in my first year, guys, I was really, really struggling in my business. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, but it was a huge struggle. I wasn't making enough. I wasn't doing enough volume. I wasn't making money. Nothing much was happening in my business. I was really, really struggling. And I remember my sponsor, it was like around towards end of September or sometime in October, because I remember the 2010 extravaganza was in October. So sometime in October, my sponsor said, you know what, Virginia, you have to be at this event. This is like the biggest event in the Herbalife calendar. You have to be there. And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds amazing, but I have no money. Like I had no money at all. And he came to pick me up from Rest. There were people who had booked an apartment in Sun City. And he talked to them. They agreed for me to stay in the living room. So I was staying, it was like a 2-bedroom apartment and my room was the living room, okay? So that's where I slept at my first extravaganza. And I was there with my books because after that weekend, on Monday, I had exams coming up. So I went to that event with my books. And what happened is, I believe you guys all know what happens at Herbalife events. Like you come back and you don't want to sleep, okay? You want to discuss what happened. Everyone is excited and all of that. And you can imagine, I'm a student, I'm there with my books and I'm not staying in my own hotel room. I've asked for accommodation in a living room. So what happens is when everyone gets back to that apartment, people stayed in the living room to discuss what happened during the day. And those discussions sometimes went over midnight, okay? And I'll just patiently sit there. And after everyone sleeps around midnight, I would then take a nap, maybe 30 minutes nap. And then from there, I'll wake up and I would study. Guys, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to succeed? Are you going to be coming up with one excuse after the other of why you can't make it? Those were some of the sacrifices that I made. Okay, I couldn't say, guys, bedtime, go and sleep, I want to study, because I was there as a guest. I didn't have money to have my own hotel room. So I would wait for everyone to go to bed whenever they wanted to go to bed, and then I'll take a nap and I would study. And every event after that, every Measure Herbalife event always came before my exams. And I always traveled to events with my books, okay? I would wake up super early, study, go to an event, come back, and then wait for everyone to sleep, study. Those were some of the sacrifices that I made. So if you want to be successful, you need to be willing to pay the price. You need to be willing to sacrifice. What are you going to sacrifice? At that time, I sacrificed my sleep, I sacrificed time, I sacrificed energy, and I did what I had to do. I had no excuses. I knew that I had to be at every event, and I was at every event. I never missed an event, even if it came before my exams. I did what I had to do, okay? And you need to do the same if you want to be successful in this business. So it was at that extravaganza where I made up my mind that, you know what, I'm gonna do Herbalife until I become successful. I was just a member at 25% the whole year, the whole of 2010, I was just a member. I was struggling. And in October 2010, at that extravaganza, that's when I decided that I am going to do this until. That's why events are important, guys. Like, never ever have an excuse of why you can't attend an event. Okay, that event changed my life, and I decided that I was going to do it until. So then May 2011, I became a supervisor, and yeah, that was really exciting. And it was because of the extravaganza that I made up my mind that, you know what, I am going to do this. So then I worked hard, became a supervisor. But guys, I signed up in January 2010. I became a supervisor in May 2011. It took me over a year to qualify supervisor. Okay, nowadays things are different. People are qualifying supervisor quickly. You might get to supervisor quickly, but there might be a level where you get stuck. Maybe right now you are currently stuck. Maybe right now you are not motivated. You are not excited anymore. You are stuck. You don't even know what you need to do to move forward. And what I want to tell you is that if you are currently stuck, if you ever get to a point where you are stuck, please never ever give up. I always become so sad, you know, seeing someone coming on board, and then after 4 months, they haven't moved. And after 4 months, they throw in the towel, and you see them leaving groups, and you are thinking, my goodness, it's only been 4 months for you. Why are you giving up so quickly? So never ever give up, okay? And when we say never ever give up, we don't mean that you shouldn't give up and then just stay at home and hope that things will change for you. You don't give up, and you do the work. You do what needs to be done day in and day out until you get your breakthrough. And what you need to do is very simple. Every single day, the basics are simple, okay? I believe you all know basics. You guys are supervisors and above. And the other thing is that you need to be patient with your team, okay? We always say, work with the willing. You need to be very careful about this. Work with the willing. Spend a lot of your time with people who are working, people who are willing. But those who are not doing much, make sure that you keep in touch with them. Make sure that from time to time you follow them up and just check up on them and say, hey, how's everything going? How's family? That's what my sponsor did with me. Okay, I wasn't doing much. In 2010, my best month, I think I had done like 156 volume points or something crazy like that. And he still called me and congratulated me and said, well done, superstar. You know, you've done great this month. So it doesn't take away a lot of your time to touch base with people who are not doing much. Don't spend a lot of time there. Don't get stuck with those who are not doing much. But from time to time, touch base and say, how are you doing? You know, well done. I see you are still on the products. Recognize them for small little things, because you just never know. You just never know who will be your diamond. Right now, my sponsor wears a very beautiful pin with 1 diamond. And guess who is that diamond? It's me. that person who was struggling, that person who took over a year to qualify supervisor, I became his first diamond. So you just never know. Okay. Let me check time because I know I can get too excited and take a lot of time. I still have a lot of slides to go through. So I qualified supervisor, and then in June 2011, I went to Cape Town for my first LDW. It was my first time flying, guys. It was my first time to ever go to the beach. This was really an incredible moment for me, and it was made possible by this amazing company. That's why I'll forever be grateful for Herbalife. And of course, I didn't have enough money to book hotels and all of that. And I slept at my upline's living room, Sejo's living room. You know, I still had my books with me because as a medical student, you know, there's exams, there's all kinds of things. I had my books with me in Cape Town, and I still attended that event. So at that time, I only had one person in my team who was a supervisor. I was attending the event with her. Only one supervisor at that time. How many supervisors do you have right now? Maybe you don't even have one, or maybe you have one or two, and you are thinking, I really don't know if I can make it. I don't think this is for me. People have like hundreds of supervisors. I only have one. Guys, it's a step-by-step journey. At that time, I only had one supervisor. Right now, as we speak, as of December 2020, because we produced more supervisors in December, so the number is going to be different now in Jan. But as of December 2020, our team had over 1,000 supervisors. From that one supervisor that I had in 2011, we are now sitting on over 1,000 supervisors. So, you know, you could be sitting with one right now, 2, 3, 4, 5, no problem. I'm going to share with you how you are going, not really the how, but I'm going to talk to you now about the importance of creating supervisors. And you're going to move from that one supervisor to 10, to 20, to hundreds, and you will get to thousands, like where I am right now. So guys, never ever despise small beginnings. Wherever you are right now is where you are, and you will work on yourself and you will work on your personal development until you change those numbers, until you change where you are and you get to somewhere better. Okay, and be patient with your progress. Don't compare yourself with anyone. I don't compare myself with anyone every single day. I just wake up and be me. I just wake up and do what needs to be done. And I work hard every single day, and then I get progress out of that. And that's the same advice that I would want to give you. Be patient with your progress. Stay consistent. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Focus on your path. Focus, 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 and work hard day in and day out until you get to where you want to get to. Okay. So this was June 2011 when I was at my first LDW, and then 2012 to 2014, that's when I moved active supervisor world team and then active world team. Okay, what I did is in 2012, I did an online weight loss challenge. I was in my 3rd year or 4th year of medical studies. I did an online weight loss challenge. I got a lot of customers out of that, and I converted the excited customers into members. One of the excited customers that I converted into a member is now a millionaire team member in my organization, definitely going president team this year. So, you know, the work that you are doing now is going to pay off years and years and years and years to come. So keep pushing. So active world team, I qualified between October 2013 and February 2014. And you know what happened, guys? You can see here in October 2013, I did 2.5. That was like Madura score 2.5, 2518, okay? That's what I did in October 2013. And what I can tell you is that prior to that 2.5, I was struggling to do 2.5. I was in this comfort zone. I was in this space where I was doing maybe 1,000, 1.5. You know, I was a student. There was extra money coming in, maybe 1,000 wholesale profit, a little bit of wholesale profit coming in. And I went into that comfort zone. I was comfortable, okay? And I forgot about my ambitions. I forgot about my dreams. I forgot that I could do better. I forgot that I could achieve more. And I was just in that zone. And some of you are in that zone right now. You know, sometimes I see leaders with big organizations struggling to get their full royalties. And month after month, you are comfortable with your royalties rolling up. You are comfortable with your money rolling up. And sometimes you say, no, I'm not really comfortable. I'm trying my best. But are you really doing everything in your power to make sure that you get your full royalties, to make sure that you get your bonus, to make sure that nothing rolls up? You know, you might be saying, I am doing my best, but are you really doing your best? And where is your mindset at this point? I can tell you that where I was, my mindset was that, well, there's enough money coming in, there's a little bit coming in, I'm able to send to my mom a bit of money, and I was in that comfort space, okay, until I got to a point where I said, no, Virginia, you can do better than this. You deserve better than this. Actually, you are president team material. That's what I said to myself as a world team member. I said, no, man, you can do better than this. You can achieve more. You can do more. And I started getting out of that comfort space with my mind first. It has to happen in your mind first. You have to come to a point where the nail hurts enough for you to move. Because some of you are sitting on a nail and you are not moving because it's not hurting enough. You say, yeah, it's hurting, but is it really hurting? You need to get to a point where you say, no, this is really painful and I need to move. So then I started moving out of that space, you know, doing affirmations and saying I deserve better, I can do better, you know, I'm president team material. And I started speaking that over my life. And guess what? October 2013, I did my 2.5. See what happens after that. Just from switching my mindset and doing the work, personal development and personal production. See what started happening. November, I did over 5,000. December, I did over 5,000. Jan, I did 10K impact. This was in 2013, guys. Nowadays, it's easy to do these impacts, but back then, it wasn't a common thing, you know, to do these high impacts. And I was doing it as a student, doing the business part-time. You know, the power of no excuses and the power of having that mindset, winner's mindset, where you say, I can do this and I deserve this and I can do better. And then Feb, we did our 500 royalties and I did 9K impact. So, you know, right now you need to ask yourself, am I standing on my own way? Where am I? Am I getting my full royalties? Am I getting my full production bonus? Am I growing? Or am I standing on my own way? And you need to get out of that. You need to deal with the limiting beliefs that you have. If you feel like maybe you don't deserve success or maybe that you're not good enough, or maybe you're not a good coach, or maybe you are not good like Virginia, or maybe you're not a good speaker, get rid of all of that, okay? Work on those limiting beliefs, get rid of them, and start telling yourself, start speaking over your life every single day. Speak over your business every single day and say, I'm good enough. I deserve success. You know, I deserve. Start speaking that over and over and over and over and over again, and pair that with production, pair that with activity, daily activity. And it's crazy what can happen. Okay. Are you guys learning? So then I qualified Active World Team Feb 2014. This was our recognition. My sponsor there recognizing me in Pretoria. So if you're a supervisor right now, guys, I always tell supervisors in my organization that it's great to get to active supervisor. It's great to get to World Team. You know, World Team is like that supervisor level with a special black pin, but it's just supervisor. So active supervisor and World Team are just stepping stones. They are not your goals. They are just stepping stones. Your goal is to get to active World Team and then get to global expansion team. Next year, this year, the whole of this year, we want to be recognizing you for the next vacation. And for you to qualify for the next vacation, you need to become global expansion team. So I don't want any supervisor on this call thinking, oh, I want to get to active supervisor, I want to get to World Team. Those are just stepping stones. They will happen anyway. Your goal is active World Team and then global expansion team, okay? So you will become a star and then you will start creating stars. So in Herbalife, you get to a level and then you help other people get to that level. Before you become a supervisor, all you think about and obsess about is becoming a supervisor. Once you become a supervisor, you help other people get to supervisor. Once you get to active World Team, you create stars. You help other people get to active World Team. Once you get to global expansion team, you help others get there as well. Once you get to president team, you create diamonds. You help other people get to president team. That's how we work. Okay, let's check time. Okay, we are still doing well. And I'll have a sip of my tea. So imagine someone prior to October 2013, I wasn't even doing my 2.5. Check this out. October 2013, I was sitting on 131 royalties, and with change of mindset, change of activity level, increasing my activity level, I managed to become Active World Team in Feb 2014. And once Active World Team was done, I told everyone, like my uplines and my sponsor, I was like, I'm now going to start doing get cuts. And like, I do this with them all the time. Like, I'll tell them that, you know what, I'm ready to do president team cuts, or I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that. So after the Active World Team qualification, I was like, next month we are doing first cut global expansion team. Like, that was my level of belief, guys. Like, if your self-belief is way over there, it's crazy what you can achieve. And guess what? March 2014, we did our first cut for global expansion team, exactly like I said we would do it. And May 2014, we qualified global expansion team. November 2015, we qualified global expansion team 2.5. June 2016, we qualified millionaire team. And then we had 2 years where we changed no pin. If you can look at this slide, every single year we were changing pins, except for 2017 and 2018. I'll talk about that in a bit. Feb 2019, we qualified Mill 7.5, and then May 2019, President Team, July 2019, 15K, June 2020, 20K, and then 30K, and I got my first diamond, superstar Nani Peletang. Many of you guys know her. So now, like I said, every single year we were changing pins, and then 2017 and 2018, nothing happened. Okay, that was my learning season. And all of us in this business, if you haven't experienced that yet, you are going to experience it at some point. You're going to have learning seasons where you are doing everything in your power, but you are not moving. And you know why? You know why that happens? Is the universe testing you. Because I mean, for me to be executive president team 30K right now, if I can tell you how much I'm earning, if I can tell you how much Herbalife paid me last year, it's just crazy. But for you to reach that high level of success, the universe has to test you. You have to be tested. Are you willing? Are you ready? Are you ready to keep going even when things are not adding up for you? So 2017 and 2018 were was my season of learning. I remember at some point I cried because my royalties were dropping. I didn't understand what was going on, but you know what? I stayed consistent with talking to people, using the products, wearing the brand, attending events, doing recognition. Even when my royalties were declining, I was consistent on social media. Every single day, I did what I needed to do, okay? And then eventually we got our breakthrough. So if currently you are in your learning season and things are not just adding up for you, and you're doing everything in your power, but things are not adding up, just keep going, keep doing the basics, keep doing what needs to be done every day, because that might be your learning season. It might be the universe testing you and, you know, finding out if you are worthy of that success, if you're worthy of that high level pin that you are looking for. So when you get tested, the question is, will you survive? Because this is where most people give up. This is where most people throw in the towel. And I've seen it happening even in my own organization. Royalties drop and people start staying silent in groups. All of a sudden, they don't comment in groups. All of a sudden, they don't post like they normally post on social media. Or maybe someone comes and promises them, you know, greener pastures somewhere else, and they go. It's all lies, guys. Everything that you want to achieve in life, you have to work hard. If someone comes and says, I can give you better, greener pastures than Herbalife, there's nothing out there better than Herbalife. And I've seen people going and coming back. So don't waste time. So when you get tested, when you come across those seasons of learning, hang in there, keep doing what needs to be done day in and day out until you get your breakthrough, okay? And of course, over the years, we've been recognized at various events. This was in Germany, 2019, right? Yeah, 2019. And I was on stage with over 16,000 people at that arena, guys. It was a dream come true for me, speaking internationally. And then after that event, I got so many invites to do trainings for different countries. I've done training for UK. Last year, I kickstarted that year. I did a kickoff event for them. I've done trainings for Netherlands, Belgium, Southeast Europe. And recently, I've just been turning down invites because I've been trying to take it easy. And I've turned down invites from France, from Slovakia, and other funny countries that I can't remember. So that's what happens. You know, someone who comes from a poor background, someone who comes from nothing, and now it's someone who is recognized international, worldwide. It's someone who can be invited to inspire people overseas, to inspire people in other countries. That's what Herbalife does, guys. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what has happened to you. It gives all of us the platform to become anything we want to become, to design the life that we want to design. We have the tool, we have the vehicle. It's now all up to us to show up. It's up to us to work on ourselves every day. It's up to us to do the personal production every single day. Okay, let's keep moving. So guys, last year, 2020 was a great year for me. You know, that's where I moved 20K, I moved 30K, I got my first diamond, and my income doubled, tripled, quadrupled. It was really crazy. But you know what? Sometimes you go through moments like that where everything is going great and everything is going well for you, and then something happens. So I was sick a lot last year. Some of you didn't know. Even my team only knew when I told them. And it's things that will happen. You know, you'll be doing well in your business, everything going great, having all these big dreams, and then something happens. So this picture here that I took when I was hospitalized, it was one of my low moments last year. And I was in this space where I was scared and, you know, I was in pain, and it was just like a dark moment for me. But you know what? Even when I was in that space, funny enough, silently, I was still doing affirmations. I was still saying things always work out for me. I was still saying I am healed. I was still saying all my everyday affirmations that I say. And I still believed that this was all part of the process. I still believed that, you know what, someday I'm going to look back on this day and I'll understand why I had to go through this. I will understand why I had to go through that pain. I'll understand why I had to be there. So I still believed that. And it's because of years and years of doing personal development. I could have easily been negative. I could have easily broken down, but I still became positive and I still did my affirmations. So if you are inspired by my story so far, guys, know that it hasn't been easy. Know that I've had my fair share of challenges, and know that if you want to attain crazy success, you are going to come across challenges too. You're going to come across personal challenges. And how you deal with that determines how far you can go in life. Okay. So what I did is, when I was at the hospital, you know, I came to a point where I was like, I'm texting my partner, I'm texting my mom, I'm talking to my family, you know, I'm on my phone talking to all these people. So if I'm on my phone talking to my partner, why can't I post on my groups as well? So obviously I wasn't doing anything hectic. I wasn't doing anything that needed me to exert any effort, but I continued with recognition in my groups. I continued posting what I needed to post. I continued using my other trainings that I had prepared before and sharing with the team. So you need to get to a point whereby you are able to operate at a certain level, operate above your feelings. So you could be going through some tough times and you are still able to every day do what needs to be done. And you are still able to believe that, you know what, I will get out of this. This is just part of the process. This is teaching me something and I know I will get out of it. And that's what I did. And I continued staying consistent with posting on my groups where I could. And yeah, but now I'm back to 100% perfect health, guys. As you can see, back to my usual energetic self, but I'm still taking it easy. I'm still doing my best not to say yes to everything, not to say yes to all invites, because I still need to take care of myself. But I'm so grateful that when I was in this space, you know, my income still came in and I was able to look for the best doctor. I went to a private hospital. I got a private room. So I still managed to, you know, do what I needed to do. And it's all thanks to Herbalife. So I'll forever be grateful for this amazing opportunity, because if it wasn't for Herbalife, I wasn't going to be able to do what I did when I was sick. Okay. So at this point, let me drink my tea. I'm talking too much. At this point, I just want to say I'm so grateful for Tony and Annie for introducing me to Herbalife, because this amazing opportunity has changed my life forever. Right now, I have a private practice that I'm running, and I can tell you right now that it's just to feed my passion. Honestly, I don't need to be running this practice. I'm just doing it because at some point I was doing Herbalife full time. I wasn't practicing medicine, and I had days where I missed seeing patients. I had days where I wanted to be at the hospital, and I was like, you know what, let me just do my own thing. So I come to the clinic, I see patients, and I do my Herbalife business, and I'm 100% complete. So thank you so much, Tony and Annie, for introducing me to Herbalife. Guys, after this meeting, I want all of you to send your sponsor a message or post on Facebook or whatever, and just say thank you to them. You know, Tony picked up the phone and called me and introduced me to Herbalife. And just for that, I don't care about all the love that he has for me. I don't care about all the support he gives me. Just that fact, the fact that he introduced me to this company, it's enough. Just that one thing is enough for me to be grateful for him. So after this call, guys, go back to your sponsors. I know some of you have beef with your sponsor. It's time to let that go. If you have beef with your sponsor, I mean, honestly, you are just blocking your own success. I am telling you right now, if you have beef with your sponsor, you are blocking your own success. Go back, say thank you to them, post on social media or send them a message or whatever, and just be grateful for them. And I'm also grateful for Herbalife, because it's through this opportunity that I met this tall, handsome gentleman that I get to call my partner. And we met through the business. He's my second line. He's Millionaire Team right now. And I'm so grateful for him every day. And last year, when I was sick, when I was weak, when I needed strength, he was my pillar of strength. He's my best friend. And I'm actually getting a bit emotional. I'm just so grateful for him every day. So thank you, Herbalife, for that. So guys, living the life of my dreams. Life is great. I realize now that we don't have time and I have a lot of slides to go through. So I'm gonna quickly run through the remaining slides. So all of you guys, all of you on this call are leaders. You are supervisors and above. And it's time for you to step up as a leader and make sure that you show up, whether your sponsor is there or not, whether your sponsor is reminding you to attend meetings or not. You shouldn't even be waiting for your sponsor to push you. If you really want 2021 to be the best year for you, step up, take responsibility, do the work day in and day out until you turn this year into your best year ever. So we are going to start with reflection. I'm going to run through these slides now, guys. We're going to start with reflection. After this call, you're going to reflect, think about 2020, what happened, what can you learn, what lessons can you get out of 2020, and use those lessons in 2021 to move forward and move to the next pin, okay? So reflect, start on a clean slate, forgive those who you need to forgive, and move forward. And you need to analyze where you are in your business right now. Are you in pre-momentum? Are you in a space where you are using the products and you're talking to people and you are trying to build, you are in building phase? Or are you currently having momentum? Or you are experiencing post-momentum? Or maybe your business is declining. Wherever you are, you need to know where you are so that you can know how to move forward. But it doesn't matter where you are. What we do every single day is two things. Work on yourself, do personal production. Personal production is all about you going out there, talking to new people every single day. That's all we do, guys. You don't just micromanage the little organization that you have. You have to be going out there every single day, bringing some new people into our wonderful, wonderful flow, and making sure that you are taking people on a journey from prospect all the way to supervisor. That's all we do. If you do that over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to qualify active supervisor, world team, active world team, global expansion team, all the way to president team and beyond. It's about working on yourself and personal production, okay? Bringing in some new customers and some new members every day and taking those members on a journey to supervisor. Like that's the summary. That's the summary of how you become successful in Herbalife. That's it. That's all you need to understand. Everything else feeds into that. Okay. So set your goals, make sure you have your vision board, have a look at your vision board every single day to make sure that it pushes you. You know, when you're going through challenges and you look at that vision board, it will push you to keep going. Okay. And make sure that you are organized, you plug people into our structure. We have an amazing, amazing structure in LWG. You know, you don't need to recreate anything. Our structure helps you with prospects all the way to supervisor. We have an HOM where you can plug people in. Once someone becomes a member, they go through the getting started training. Once they've gone through the getting started training, they can go through our member academy and learn how to become supervisor. That's all you need. And then we have supervisor schools. We have trainings for business builders. We have trainings for high flyers. We have everything in our structure. You don't need to recreate anything. Okay. So I've already talked about having that clear flow, you know, knowing where to get your prospects, what do you invite them to, and taking them through our structure, getting started training, member academy. We have the perfect structure to help you grow in Herbalife. In our organization, all you need to do is to go out there and get those prospects and take them through our flow. That's all you need to do. Personal production every single day. So I just wanted to inspire you guys with this structure. I drew this in August 2020. There are some changes here and there, but you can see that first line. That's the way to go. You are not going to sign up one person and base your business on one person. You know, last year I got recognized for 21 stones. Okay, 21 stones means 21 active supervisors on my first line. And you can see how many TEP teams I have on my first line. So this is Founder Circle and beyond. This is like 13 first line TEP team members. And you can see that Chairman's Club is done and dusted. Like there's one diamond already. There are 4 millionaire teams on my first line. So this is what the kind of structure that you want to build going forward. And you build it one step at a time. It's not going to happen overnight. You build it by doing your personal production every single day, going out there and talking to people every single day and taking them through our structure. Okay. And of course, our team goal, Chairman's Club, 70K. And I'm 30K now, guys. For 70K to happen, what does it mean? It means more numbers. It's all about creating more supervisors. Guys, if there's one thing you need to take out of this training, is that all we do in Herbalife, you become a supervisor and you create supervisors. That's all we do. First line supervisor creation. You become a supervisor, create supervisors. You do the numbers every single day. You talk to people, take them through our structure. If we do that in our organization, if we do that over and over again, Chairman's Club 70K is nothing. It's going to happen and we're going to go beyond that. And of course, doing personal development as well. So where are you going to start from here, guys? This has been a long training and I really hope that you guys have learned something. I hope that I've inspired you. I hope that you are ready to make 2021 your best year ever. But where are you going to start after this call? After all this inspiration? You're not going to go back to your team and say, yo, guys, Dr. V was on fire. Go and do your personal production. Go and talk to people. No. It starts with you doing it. You going out there and talking to new people. If you can look at all the messages that are coming into my phone right now, guys, I am 30K president team and I'm talking to new people. I'm signing up new people. I'm getting new clients for our 21-day challenge. I'm not saying let's do a 21-day challenge and I'm just there, I'm the boss and I'm managing everyone. I am doing my own production. And that's what you're going to do after this call. You're going to go out there and lead your team by example. When you say personal production, when you say personal development, you are going to show them how it's done. Okay, you are going to lead by example. Build your PV, recommit to using the products, get a new product result, get excited about new recipes, lead by example, prospect, talk to 10 new people a day, take them through our flow, create supervisors, first line supervisor creation like crazy, and we will get global expansion team members popping out of this organization. We'll get millionaire team members, we'll get president team members, we'll get Chairman's Club members. It's all about doing personal development every day and doing personal production every day, and we will hit all those pins, okay? So guys, I end all my trainings like this, and I wish I could see you guys and look at your eyes, all of you, one-on-one, and let you know that I believe that 2021 is going to be the best year for you, okay? I am saying this from the bottom of my heart, and I want you guys to feel my energy. I want you guys to feel it coming from deep down my heart to you. 2021 is going to be the best year for you. But for that to happen, two things are important: personal development and personal production. I like pairing these two because you can do personal production, but when challenges come, if you're not doing personal development, those challenges are going to destroy you and take you off track. So you need a balance of the two, personal production and personal development. And I want you to know that you have what it takes to do or be anything you want, whatever you want to achieve this year, whether it's Active World Team, Global Expansion Team, Millionaire Team, President Team, Chairman's Club. I am going for Chairman's Club this year, okay? It's up to my team to decide who amongst them, because I have all those people on my first line, they have to decide who amongst them is going to go to President Team. I've made the declaration, the intention is out there, Chairman's Club is happening this year. And you need to have that firm belief as well, and believe that you can do or be anything you want. Your belief level should be 100, or even be beyond 100, okay? And then all you need to do is have that burning desire to succeed. Why? Why do you want to get there? What's going to get you out of bed when things are not working out for you, when everything seems to be going south on you, when challenges seem to be attacking you from all angles? What is going to take you out of bed? What is going to push you to get out of bed and keep going? Once you have identified that and you have that burning desire to succeed and you become teachable, guys, never ever stop learning from your leaders. I was telling my team that some of them are becoming too familiar with me. And, you know, someone who is recognized internationally as someone who can train, someone who can drop nuggets, someone who's valuable, and they are taking that for granted. They have me every single day and they forget. So maybe you are doing that with your upline as well. Maybe you are doing that with your sponsor. You are becoming too familiar. It's time to stop that. It's time to identify that there's so much I can learn from this person. They are where I want to be. And I just need to stop being too familiar with them and learn from them until I get to where I want to be. So be teachable and do the work day in and day out, day in and day out. Stop wasting time scrolling through social media. Stop wasting time managing your team. Lead by example. Talk to new people every single day. Bring in some new customers, bring in some new members, and take them through our flow. And do that over and over and over and over again. And I'm telling you, you're going to be getting recognized for your next level, and you're going to tag me on social media and say, Dr. V, I've done it. I've been doing personal development, I've been doing personal production, and here I am getting recognized for Global Expansion Team, Millionaire Team, President Team, Chairman's Club, whatever level you want to move to. So be teachable, do the work, and believe that you have so much potential inside of you. You have so much power. Start believing in yourself. Start believing that if Dr. V can do it, coming from a poor background, coming from a background of abuse, coming from that space where she was broke and broken, and now living this life of her dreams, and now being the successful entrepreneur that she is. If I can tell you how much Herbalife paid me last month, maybe you'll start taking this business seriously. But you don't even need to know how much, what's possible. You just need to believe in it, believe in the products, believe in the marketing plan, and believe that you have that power and that potential to turn whatever goal you want to turn into reality. And let's all stay focused, work hard, personal development, personal production. That's our theme for 2021. Let's work hard and make 2021 the best year ever. Let's do this, guys. If you agree with me, drop some fire emojis or drop something on the comments. Let me know that you're excited. Let me know that you are ready to make 2021 the best year for you. And yeah, that's all from me, guys. It's exactly 10:02. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. V. I'll be taking notes. As always, you're amazing. Your story gets to me every time. Guys, wasn't Dr. V amazing? Aren't we so lucky to have the #2 royalty earner in the whole of Africa here today? Guys, we're very honored and blessed. Thank you, Dr. V. Guys, now we need to log off and log on to the HOM that's starting now. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, Virgie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.